Defense dominated the first half. Chanhassen turned the ball over 3 times. Mankato West's Brody Koborowski here intercepting Chanhassen's Grant Muffenmeyer. But they couldn't make touchdowns out of those. In the second quarter, the Scarlets' Barton Mechanic to Jalen Smith, a 48-yard touchdown, the first touchdown of the night. At halftime, the Scarlets up 13-7.
Up 6, Bart Makinich makes a swift pass to Jalen Smith. The junior receiver stumbles across the goal line as the Scarlets jump ahead 13-0. The Storm begins brewing. Maxwell Woods with a nice piece of running to bring Chan within a couple of yards of the end zone. Then it's the Muffenmeyer-Keaton Bowl connection to bring the Storm within 6. Fast forward to the fourth quarter. It's a 2-possession ball game in favor of West. Chan senior receiver Everett Foudre reels in the perfect pass. Then it's Woods cashing in.
Defenses bent and then broke just a little in the second half. In the fourth quarter, Chanhassen's Maxwell Woods, a 15-yard touchdown run to close the gap. It is a 2-point game.
Sealed the deal for West. Jackson Froderman breaks loose up the middle all the way to the house. The senior back has been doing that all season long.
Then Mankato West, Jackson Froderman, a 53-yard touchdown rush to pull away again. The Storm not going away quietly. Everett Foudre, a 35-yard touchdown catch from Muffenmeyer. The Storm recovered an onside kick with one last shot at scoring, and they dropped the ball, turning it over on downs. 23-21. The Scarlets still undefeated and sectional champions.
It's the best thing ever. You know, this is the last game on Tottenham Field, last time playing at home. And just to keep going, not losing on this field, you know, it means the world to me.
It's something you don't ever want to experience, and I love these guys with all my heart, and we battled together. We couldn't get it done, but I love these guys.
Band over in Elk River, the game of the night, the Huskies on the move. Landon Nelson to Ben Kapitsky for 6. Both teams were getting up and down the field. Elk River does it on the ground. Kate Osterman off their vintage ball fake, and the keeper, he keeps running to the end zone.
Wild game tonight. Landon Nelson to Teddy Haller, 49 yards. Nelson threw 5 touchdown passes against the Elks. Kate Osterman, a big 7-yard TD run coming up here to put Elk River back in front, 33-29. This is a 2-yard TD run, I should say. And this game was just like this. The entire game went back and forth. Watch now, Nelson to Demario Davenport. This play is going to cover 53 yards as Davenport turns on the Jets. Elk River kicked a field goal with 2 seconds left to tie the game at 43, and they win in overtime. Final score tonight, the Elks remain undefeated, 51-49.
When the fog lifted, it was a rivalry matchup for this section title. Robbinsdale Armstrong and Robbinsdale Cooper. Cooper scored first. Cameron Fox, who's LSU bound to LSU bound Jackson Howard at the goal line. But that was it for Cooper. Armstrong scored the next 42 points. Jamin Malone found Marquand Tucker. That's a deep ball. That's 51 yards, and he dropped it right into his belly.
A rematch from earlier this year. Rivals, of course, Jamin Malone, Marquand Tucker, big touchdown catch to tie the game at 7. Second quarter, Malone will give it to Reggie Carter. What a running back he is. Tackled 24 yards later, Armstrong goes on to win big.
Defensive battle early, tied 7-7 at halftime, but Armstrong roars out of the break. James Malone on the QB keeper here put the Falcons up 14-7. I mean, they absolutely caught fire in the second half. Armstrong running back Reggie Carter had 2 long touchdowns. Here's one. From down 7-0, they went on to hang, I'm doing math here quickly in my head, 42 unanswered points. Armstrong wins the bragging rights, and they are heading to state for the first time since 2003 with that 42-7 win.
Good football game, third quarter. Interception here for Rogers. One-handed pick by Calvin Cole. And then Anthony Powell, who's just been monster since coming back from an injury, 75 yards on this big run. It would set up a Reese Dawson to Wyatt Gilmore touchdown pass, and the Rogers Royals are going to state. They win tonight 21-7 the final. 3-5A. St. Thomas Academy wins to advance 45-0. They will play Matamidi in the quarterfinals of the 5A tournament, and Moorhead beat Sartell tonight 28-26. In that game, the Sabres were down 7-0. Cole Henches rolls out of the pocket, looking to air it out. He launches it to the end zone. Parker Knutson hauls it in for the big touchdown. Sartell tied the game up. After Sartell scored to take the lead, their defense would stop the Spuds on fourth down. However, Moorhead rallies to win 28-26.
A rematch of last year's title game. Mayo won 38-33. What will happen tonight? Spartans got this one started. Reese Grimsrud airs a beautiful ball out for the man with the second most yards in the state this season. Carter Holcomb, big grab, Mayo in business. They're in close now. Just give it to the big fella. Rudy Lazoya, touchdown Mayo. They're in front 7-0. The Huskies would march down to the red zone. Play action, QB Jacob Ginsky to Jacob Strom over the middle. Nice grab, hanging on there. Olatana knots his puppy at 7. Second quarter now, same score. Ginsky on the boot, fires. Look, ma, one hand toward Pappenfuss on the interception. What a play. So Mayo with it. They're going to hand it off to Isaiah Beal. He finds a hole and just explodes like C4 through it all the way to the end zone. Mayo back in front 14-7. They'll like this too. Ginsky rolls out again, looking for something, anything. He lets it go. That's Pappenfuss. Full extension for the pick. He'll take this down into Husky territory. What a game for this guy. So down in the red zone. They go quick fade. Holcomb, Mr. Go-Getter, just makes a play. Hey, ref, you got a touchdown? Yes, he does. Spartans went for 2 and got it. So it's 22-7. A little later, handoff again to Beal. And if Beal Street could talk, it would say Isaiah's pretty darn good. Touchdown, Spartans. They're absolutely rolling. Up 29-7 at halftime. Spartans kept it rolling in the second half as Mayo wins 36-7, the final score.